Hey there, Krafty Friends. This is Jen from Katahdin Krafts, and welcome back to the CottageCutz YouTube channel. For this week's project, I made this Congratulations, Let's Celebrate graduation card. Before we get too far into our project today, let's get done with the fun stuff. Tracy, aka Stay True to God, congratulations, you won the cake shop die from my last video. I will have all the information below for you in order to collect that great new die. Congratulations, Tracy. And this week, CottageCutz is giving away the Easel Sign with flowers. And in order to be eligible to win that in the drawing, you just have to like on my video and comment. We look forward to your comments and love to hear what you have to say. So like and comment and you will have a chance to win this lovely die. Okay, I did this card a little bit different than what I normally do. I decided to take my easel sign and also some pieces of the cake shop die today, and I cut it out of colored cardstock rather than just my plain white. So I didn't use as many Copic markers. As you can see, I knew that I was going to use the frame in a brown, but you're going to see that I'm going to change that. And then the chalkboard in black, and I did do some white because I am making this for some of my daughter's graduation friends. And our theme here at our school is, or our colors at our school are red, white, and black. So I'm going ahead with that theme so I can gift out this card. So I went ahead and I die cut all of the pieces that I thought that I was going to need. And then I wanted to make my background tie in with the whole concept of graduation. So I have this lovely stencil on hand that I'm using. It's a layering stencil. I'm going to make these caps in black, and I am using distressed ink for this in black soot. I tend to use a lot of the oxide distress inks, but today I'm using the actual just distress ink because I wanted a nice, really vibrant coat, and that does allow for that to be a little bit darker of a color, I feel, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead now and layer on all these tassels, which is super easy. I just line them up with the grad caps. And I'm going to make these red. Again, I'm going with that whole theme of black, red, and white for our school colors. And I'm using Barn Door Distress Ink for this color, which is a nice bright red. And then I always love the reveal. That's the fun part when you peel it off. And then the stencil also comes with these lovely stars that go in between all the grad caps. So I'm going to use a nice metallic gold ink and rub that all on or blend that all in. And if I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't know if I'm ready for this whole graduation thing. This is my first rodeo with one of my own children. My oldest is graduating on the 11th, but her party is this week. So this weekend. So we will see how this all goes. For my saying, out of my stash, I picked out Congratulations, Let's Celebrate. I thought that those were both appropriate. And again, I'm trying to make this look like a whole chalkboard look. So I'm going ahead with some white ink and stamping that in. And I did go ahead and glued on the chalkboard area onto the frame that I was going to use at this point because it was easier to put it into my MISTI and line those stamps up a little bit better. And no, the stamps aren't perfect, but I'm okay with that because even if I wrote that on there in real life, it wouldn't be perfect either. So now I'm going to start assembling all these wonderful little details that I love so much about CottageCutz dies. I love these little flower pots. I did those, the actual pots in some sparkly silver because I thought that would give it a little bit of a metallic look. And now I'm going to build up all the leaves and the flowers. And I am going with the school colors again because I'm actually doing that this weekend. I have black, red, and white carnations coming that I'm going to put in mason jars with a little tag for 2022 on it. So as I was making this card, I was really trying to hone in on that whole theme, you know, and be able to make this useful of a card that I can maybe make several of to give out to a few of her friends. So yeah, that's what I was thinking as I was doing this, and I was thinking about all the things that I have been putting together in these colors for the last few weeks. Lots of it. All those little DIY projects that will hopefully all work out this weekend as I start the decorating process and everybody comes into town. And if this video works out today, it'll be a miracle. I have a cat that keeps jumping up onto my keyboard and changing things on me. So if you heard that little bit of a clatter just a few minutes ago, that was her back again. I'm not really sure. I think it's because the sun is shining here in northern Maine today and it's coming in my craft room window, and she is trying to soak it up and be on my keyboard at the same time. All right, so back to the card. As you can see, I'm using that cute little banner that's in the cake shop. I thought that that would be a nice little decor to add on, just a little extra to add on to this little easel. And I'm going to pop out all those little yellow pieces and put those onto the center of my flowers. And you can see here I am decorating the little cake for cake shop. And you know, hindsight, I look back and maybe I could have put a couple cupcakes on the side. I probably could have decorated this with a few more of those little sweet treats because they are so adorable and so detailed that I love it. But again, the whole theme with the red and the white and the black, that's what the cake's going to look like this weekend. So I thought that I would incorporate that as well. And you can see for these flowers and the cake icing, I did use my Copic marker, but other than that, it's all been just plain paper piecing, which has been actually it's been a nice different technique for me to use to change it up a bit. And I really did enjoy actually using the colored cardstock for a change. So I'm going to probably try to do that a little bit more often with my die cutting. And now here I was trying to figure out a way to get that to pop up. And you can see this is when I decide that I should have gone with that red easel. So I'm going to perform a little bit of card surgery, or maybe we can call it easel surgery. Either way that we want to say it, I'm going to disassemble this very carefully with, yeah, we're going to snip it. I felt it kind of like saying, why are you doing this? But anyway, I'm going to take this apart and I'm just going to glue that center part onto the red easel. And then I was a lot happier with that. It went a little bit better with my theme and it made that pop right off that background. Speaking of popping off, once I glue this all back together and add those little flower pots, I am going to in fact pop this right off the page. That gives it some nice dimension and helps again separate that from that background. And they have this wonderful little detail of, I'm calling it a knob because I don't know what else to call it, but like this little knobby that goes in the middle of the top part of the easel. And I wanted that to finish off the whole look, and I wanted to also pop that up and give it a little stability. So I just used a little bit of the foam tape and slid that under. Now I thought that I needed something to anchor those legs on the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and put some more flowers in it because again, I'm thinking of the whole theme that I'm doing this weekend, and it is at a lake house, and I am going to put a lot of floral decorations around. It's just something that I like, so I was going with that whole concept. And to finish off some more of the little details, I'm going to go ahead and add some black, red, and white gem stickers all around the card on those little circles. And now I'm going to assemble our background. I did cut a card base 5.5 by 8, and then I scored it at the 4.25. And then I put a black frame on it that is 5.25 by 4. And then I'm adding our card panel, which was 5 inches by 3.75 inches. And because I made a red card base, I wanted to put a panel inside that I could write a note to the graduate, and I wanted that to match with the outside of the card. So I just put a few of those stars on the top and the bottom, and then I adhered that to the center of the card. And now there's a spot to add a little note, and also ties together perfectly with this card. So you can see the dimension that we got there with the foam tape, and that easel is popping right off that card, and I personally think it's a cute little graduation card. I can't wait to hand it out at some of the festivities that we will be attending within these next few weeks. Again, thank you for crafting with me today and for the support of CottageCutz YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you would if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel, and also remember to comment in order to win this, or a chance to win this Easel Sign with flowers die. I will see you again in a couple weeks. Take care and happy crafting!